She lost 30 pounds and can't stop eating. Another one's skin got so saggy she developed ozempic face. And one housewife admitted the drug made her depressed because it didn't work on her. 11 real housewives got on the Ozempic train, and what happened to their bodies is shocking. Some can't stop using it, others can't stay full no matter how much they eat. And the side effects? They're worse than anyone imagined. This is the real story of how Ozempic destroyed these housewives. And trust me, it's not pretty. Housewife 1, Heather Gay. Heather Gay showed up to Lisa Barlow's party in Season 5 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City wearing a strapless pink leather dress. And when the women asked about her dramatic new look, she proudly announced, "Ozempic, baby!" She lost 25 pounds and admitted, "It's been a long, overdue glow-up." Thank God for modern medicine, that's all I can say. She even joked that her weight loss might finally make Mary Cosby like her, saying, "I finally cracked the code. I lost 25 pounds, and now Mary Cosby loves me." But here's the dark truth Heather revealed to People magazine in November 2023. It's discouraging to see people treat her differently just because she lost weight. You lose 5 pounds, people are nicer to you. I don't know why. It's just the way the world works, and that makes me sad for women. Heather also opened up about navigating her weight loss journey while parenting 3 young daughters. She's worried about the message it sends them about body image and self-worth. The woman who preached self-acceptance is now admitting that losing weight with Ozempic changed how the world treats her, and that realization is breaking her heart. Housewife 2, Dolores Catania. Dolores Catania, from Real Housewives of New Jersey, has been very open about her Ozempic use. She was on the drug for 2 years before switching to Mounjaro, another diabetes medication used for weight loss. She lost nearly 30 pounds, dropping from 163 pounds to 137 pounds. Her boyfriend, Paul Connell, lost 60 pounds on the drug and no longer needs blood pressure medication. Dolores told The Sun, "With Ozempic, it has been a life changer for me and my boyfriend. It's been really positive. I personally like it." But here's where it gets concerning. Dolores admitted in February 2025, "I know it's time for me to wean myself off or go on a lower dose, but doctors have said there's not really anything wrong with staying on it." She's been on these drugs for over 2 years and still can't stop. That's not a temporary weight loss tool. That's dependency. And doctors are telling her it's fine to just keep taking it indefinitely, which raises serious questions about long-term effects. Dolores also revealed the drugs are expensive. She had to switch from Ozempic to Mounjaro because of the cost, which can exceed $900 per month without insurance. She's trapped in a cycle of needing the drug to maintain her weight, but struggling to afford it. Housewife 3, Margaret Josephs. Margaret Josephs from Real Housewives of New Jersey hasn't confirmed Ozempic specifically, but she's admitted to using peptide injections and hormone replacement therapy for her 22-pound weight loss. She told Insider in March, "I take them as a shot once a week, and that helps you lose weight and improves your metabolism." Everyone is like, "Marge, you look great," although some of my co-stars think some of my weight loss is not a great idea. Margaret claims the effects have been life-changing. She says, "My skin's gotten tighter, my bones stronger, I'm sleeping better, I have more energy." But here's the problem. Peptides and hormone treatments are not regulated the same way as FDA-approved medications. Margaret is essentially experimenting with her body using treatments that don't have long-term safety data, and her castmates are right to be concerned. When you're injecting yourself weekly with substances that alter your metabolism and hormones, there will be consequences. Margaret is 57 years old and messing with her endocrine system in ways that could have devastating effects down the line. She's also fueling the narrative that you can't be successful or beautiful at a certain age without medical intervention. That's a dangerous message. Housewife 4, Emily Simpson. Emily Simpson from Real Housewives of Orange County was prescribed Ozempic by her physician after season 17 wrapped in December. Her doctor told her, "There's this new weight loss drug, and it's just been FDA approved and it's great. I think it would really help you lose some weight." Emily said the drug was great for my diet. "It really just kickstarted me into eating better and eating healthier because it makes you feel like crap because nothing tastes good." But she only took it for a short period. Now she credits hitting the gym 7 days a week for her slimmed down look. Here's what Emily said that should terrify everyone. It makes you feel like crap because nothing tastes good. That's not healthy weight loss. That's making your body reject food. Ozempic works by slowing digestion and suppressing appetite to the point where eating becomes unpleasant. That's not teaching you healthy habits. That's creating an aversion to nourishment. Emily also revealed how frustrated she is that people constantly comment Ozempic, Ozempic when they see her. She's working out 7 days a week, trying to maintain her weight naturally, but the assumption is always that she's still on the drug. That's the stigma these housewives are now living with. Housewife 5, Caroline Stanbury. Caroline Stanbury from Real Housewives of Dubai admitted on her podcast Uncut and Uncensored that she used Ozempic after going through a midlife crisis at 45. After 40, we all know it's very, very hard to lose weight, she said. But I met so many 40-year-old women going, "How have you done it?" And I don't want to lie to you, I used Ozempic, which I think is one of the best tools if you're able to use it. Caroline also compared Ozempic to Botox, predicting that in a few years, it'll be completely normalized. Now, you can't spit in New York City and not hit a Botox center on a street corner. I feel like these miracle weight loss drugs are gonna end up being the same thing. But here's what's disturbing about Caroline's admission. She's framing Ozempic as a solution to a midlife crisis. Not a health issue, not a medical necessity. A crisis about aging and losing her youthful appearance. That's the toxic message these housewives are spreading. That getting older and gaining weight is a crisis that requires pharmaceutical intervention. Caroline is teaching an entire generation of women that you can't age gracefully without injecting yourself weekly with diabetes medication. Housewife 6, Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives of Atlanta tried Ozempic but stopped after she started competing on Dancing with the Stars in fall 2023. I took a little bit when it first came out, and everyone was doing it, Cynthia told Us Weekly in December 2024. But she quit, and the fact that she quit speaks volumes about her experience with the drug. While Cynthia hasn't gone into detail about why she stopped, the timing suggests the side effects interfered with her ability to perform on Dancing with the Stars. Dancing requires stamina, energy, and proper nutrition. If Ozempic was making her feel weak, nauseous, or unable to eat properly, she couldn't compete at the level required for the show. Cynthia's story is important because she's one of the few housewives who tried Ozempic and walked away. She realized the drug wasn't worth the side effects, even if it meant losing weight. But here's the problem. Cynthia's voice is drowned out by all the housewives who are praising Ozempic. For every one woman who says, "This wasn't for me," there are 5 others saying, "It's a miracle drug." That imbalance is dangerous and misleading. Housewife 7, Erica Jane. Erica Jane from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills showed up to Watch What Happens Live looking drastically different. So different that host Andy Cohen told her she looked like a whisper of herself. Think about that phrase, a whisper of herself. That's not a compliment. That's Andy Cohen, who sees these women constantly, being shocked by how thin Erica had become. Erica addressed her new look, but was careful with her words. She didn't explicitly confirm or deny Ozempic use, but the dramatic transformation and timing speak for themselves. Here's what's terrifying about Erica's situation. She's already been through hell with the Tom Girardi scandal. She's facing lawsuits, financial ruin, and public scrutiny. And now she's also dealing with extreme weight loss that's changed her appearance so dramatically that even Andy Cohen was concerned. When you're under that much stress and you add Ozempic into the mix, you're not just losing weight. You're potentially spiraling into unhealthy territory where food becomes an enemy and thinness becomes the only thing you can control. Erica hasn't spoken extensively about her weight loss, which suggests she's not proud of how she achieved it. And that silence is telling. Housewife 8, Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta revealed something devastating. Ozempic didn't work for her. It didn't curb my appetite. I know some people are like, "Oh, I can't eat." Not me. I was eating appetizers, a regular meal and dessert, okay? It didn't stop anything for me, she shared in June 2024. And then she admitted the psychological toll. When you see it worked for other people and it doesn't work for you, it makes you depressed. Realistically, it makes you feel like, what is wrong with me? Why is it not working for me? This is the dark side of the Ozempic craze that nobody talks about. Not everyone responds to the drug. And when it doesn't work, you're left feeling like a failure, like your body is broken, like even pharmaceutical intervention can't save you. Kenya's honesty is brave and important. She's admitting that she tried the drug everyone swears by, and it did nothing for her. She still had a full appetite, she still gained weight, and watching other people succeed while she failed made her depressed. That depression is a side effect nobody warned her about: the mental health impact of trying Ozempic and having it not work. Housewife 9, Jackie Goldschneider. Jackie Goldschneider from Real Housewives of New Jersey made headlines during a July 2024 Watch What Happens live interview when she declared, "I am not on Ozempic," before immediately adding, "I'm on Mounjaro. Okay, I'm sorry." The audience laughed. She said it so matter-of-factly, like switching from Ozempic to Mounjaro was just a technicality. "I love being this weight. I love it. I have so much energy if you couldn't tell," Jackie gushed. But here's what Jackie doesn't realize. Mounjaro and Ozempic are both GLP-1 agonists. They work the same way. Saying I'm not on Ozempic, I'm on Mounjaro is like saying I'm not drinking Coke, I'm drinking Pepsi. It's the same drug class with the same mechanism of action. Jackie's enthusiasm also masks a concerning reality. She's dependent on this medication to maintain her weight. What happens when she stops? Will she gain it all back? Will she have to stay on Mounjaro forever? And her claim of having so much energy contradicts what other housewives have said about these drugs making them feel exhausted, nauseous, and unable to function normally. Jackie might be having a positive experience now, but long-term use is untested territory. Housewife 10, Crystal Kung Minkoff. Crystal Kung Minkoff from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has battled eating disorders most of her life. And when asked about Ozempic, she was brutally honest about why she won't touch it. "It's not a good place for me, personally, for my recovery," Crystal told Page 6 in April. "I've never judged or looked down on anyone that finds different avenues for weight loss. I would be lying if I said I haven't thought about it. And then I have to check myself if that's right for my recovery, and I'm in a very specific situation." Crystal's resistance to Ozempic is heroic. She's admitting she's tempted, that she's considered it, but she knows that for someone with her history, using a drug that suppresses appetite and alters her relationship with food could trigger a relapse. And here's what's heartbreaking. Crystal has to resist this temptation every day while watching her castmates lose weight effortlessly with Ozempic and get praised for their glow-ups. Crystal is fighting an internal battle that none of her castmates understand. And the fact that she has to publicly explain why she's not using the drug shows how much pressure there is in the housewives world to be thin at any cost. Housewife 11, Kyle Richards. Kyle Richards from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has been relentlessly accused of using Ozempic after her dramatic weight loss in 2024, and she's furious about it. "I am not taking Ozempic, never have," Kyle replied to a social media user in January 2024. She's denied it repeatedly on the 2Ts in a podcast, saying, "To clarify, I've never taken Ozempic, never tried Ozempic, and I'm not taking the other one that starts with an M, Mounjaro. None of that. Zero, zilch, none." Kyle attributes her weight loss to cutting out sugar, alcohol, and carbs, and working out 2 hours every single day. "I work my ass off, and I really resent when people think I'm just paying to get it done," she said. But here's the problem. Working out 2 hours a day is not sustainable or healthy for most people. Kyle is so desperate to prove she's not using Ozempic that she's promoting an equally extreme and potentially disordered approach to weight loss. 2 hours of daily exercise. No sugar, no alcohol, no carbs. That's not balance. That's obsession. And whether Kyle is using Ozempic or not, her approach to weight loss is just as concerning as the women who are using the drug. Which housewife's story shocked you the most? Do you think Ozempic is worth the risks? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the dark side of reality TV, smash that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. This was the real story of how Ozempic destroyed 11 Real Housewives, and it's worse than anyone wants to admit.